Hey yo, they tryna count us out, y'all. Tell me what's that all about, y'all. All they wanna do is see our downfall. They don't wanna see us when we stand tall. Cause when you look up, all you see is God. And when you look down, all you see is God.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of ATL Unplugged, Atlanta Unplugged, that is. I got my boy today in the studio.
Yes, sir. Yes, indeed.
What's going on, man? Introduce yourself to everybody that don't know who you are, man.
King Paul. You know, I should have said Steve Paul first, and then AKA King Paul.
Yep.
You know, in the building and everything. You know, right here chopping it up with D. You know, Atlanta Unplugged. That's what's up.
That's good, man. Thanks. I'm real happy to have you back. I know we had you. I think it was episode 4 or 3. When we came down to check the Lithonia Art Center.
Yeah, before everything hit.
Yeah, everything. Yeah. So how's the center doing? Is everything good?
The center is still up. Up. It's kind of slow right now, just trying to figure out how to operate within this new reality.
With the Rona, right? Yeah. Oh, yeah. I forgot about that.
Yeah. And I don't think it would have been a big issue if it was just the Rona I was dealing with. Yeah. But everything else in life that happens, especially when you're a new business is trying to get up and everything. Got you. Just a lot of things, just a big, huge learning curve. But at the end of the day, it's still here, still standing. I'm still putting time, energy, and resources into it to get it to a point to where it is still surviving. But it's already made history, so we're good.
Yeah, that's good. That's really good, man. And I just want to say congratulations on your first single.
Yeah.
Let's talk about it. Like when I met you, I didn't even know you could spit.
Man,
I know Steve, the painter, the artist guy. So how did you? Well, I didn't want to say how did you make that transition, but was your skills already there already?
Yeah. I'm always working on my development as spitting bars and everything like that. Been doing it for a long time, but my whole thing is that I do it for therapy first.
Gotcha.
Just growing up, I was hip hop was my first love, but I grew up in the golden age of the 90s, and the 90s was tough, man. You just couldn't come off with just any type of bars, you know what I'm saying? You had to be a real lyricist. So, but, like I said, I always do it for therapy, so I'm always working on the craft and everything like that. I always try to better myself with the lyrics and everything like that, but I've been doing it for some time. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So was the transition easy from just painting to lyrics, writing of lyrics? How hard is the transition between those two?
It's not too hard because they're I always look at the hip hop genre and the art genre, and what I mean by art, like drawing and painting and all that, as pretty much the same, in the same spirit.
Yep.
Because when I do my artwork and everything, it's just me putting myself in my works, expressing myself through my art.
Gotcha.
So, it's a visual way of doing it, while the hip hop is an audio way. So it's just a different tool of art. It's not hard to transition. Sometimes I'm in my zone or in my head. I got the lyrics and I'm pumped and I'm ready to, spit bars and everything like that. And then sometimes I'm not, just like with art. Sometimes with art, I'm in my zone, I'm drawing, and, pumping out some good work. And then sometimes I'm just not. I just don't even want to draw. So, it's just, whatever space I'm in my head. Yeah.
All right. So how did the song came about? Because I know as a country we're going through a lot of things right now, especially on the race label. So how did you come out with the lyrics and to match the storyline of our current situation now?
So, do you want the surface answer or do you want the deep down, the best answer?
We unplugged, so just put it out there, man. We unplugged, man.
Yeah, man. You know, so how the song? So normally, if all my music is always geared to some type of substance in my rhymes and everything like that, and speaking on, you know, what's going on within the culture. That's always been my thing. But this time around, it was more so I wanted to get, you know, the homie Zane Smith on the track, you know.
Yeah, shout out to Zane Smith.
Definitely shout out to Zane Smith. You know, the homie came through in a clutch, you know what I'm saying? And so I was just, you know, going through some beats I had on hand and all that, and I ran across that one and I heard Zane's voice on it. So I was like, you know, what is it that, you know, but I had to develop, you know, what's going to be the concept or whatever. Yeah. So, you know, I'm just, you know, freestyling through it, and then, you know, just bars started to collect, and it was a mixture of what's going on today and then what's going on in my personal experience in life. You know, I just got finished dealing with battling against, you know, the city of Lithonia. You know, they were pretty much, you know, aiming at me over. Man, I'm telling you, do you want to go there?
Well, we just, I mean, go ahead. Yeah, everybody know that already. It was on the news anyway, so.
Yeah. It was on the news, you know what I mean? They were attacking me over a mural that I was getting placed on my building, on my commercial building that I own and everything, you know, and they were challenging me as far as, you know, they were trying to claim that, you know, I wasn't abiding by their ordinance to have a mural up, but the city never had a mural ordinance, and now I was just in the first place. So I was just standing my ground, you know, as far as the truth of the matter is, like, there is no ordinance for a mural, but they were trying to claim that, you know, murals were considered wall sign.
Gotcha.
You know, but the mural was not trying to advertise.
But at the end of the day, you won the case, and
at the end of the day, won the case.
So all the arts people out there, he won the case.
You know,
so now Lithonia has what was the gain out of this? So Lithonia has a law now.
They actually implemented a mural ordinance.
Okay.
Right. Yeah. So now they have a mural ordinance because of my situation with them and everything. So now there should be no question whether murals can exist in the city of Lithonia now. So that's how, you know. So it did make history, you know, for the mural that's on my wall.
Yeah, man, I was watching the news and I'm like, hold on, is this Steve on the Channel 2, I think?
Oh, you saw that, right?
Yeah, oh, shoot, yeah, but that's good. So let's get back to the song.
Yeah. So, you know, so in me dealing with that, and then what's going on with police brutality and everything like that, I kind of merge those ideas. So when I start off the rhyme, you know, meaning, you know, they trying to count us out, y'all. You know, that's all of us. Yeah, you know, the world or America is trying to count us out as being black people. You know what I mean, black folks and everything. And I feel like that's the same thing that I was dealing with the city administration. They're trying to count me out. You know, so, you know, what's that all about? You know what I mean? But so that's how it started. And when I started to develop that, you know, the words, man, they just started clicking in to where I was feeling it. I was just like, man, wait a minute, you know. And then I got to the part what really clicked in is when I got to the part where I say, you're a second-class citizen in your own hood. You don't even you don't even got rights in
To
your own hood.
Yeah.
If Black Lives Matter, then why ain't it all good?
Yeah.
And if all lives matter, then where's the love? Because Black child still being labeled as a thug.
Yeah.
You know.
That's deep right there.
Yeah, because it's
right
speaking to both sides, meaning that Black Lives Matter. Then why isn't it all good even amongst us? You know what I mean? Meaning that why did I have to battle? Because the battle I had personally with the city and everything, it's like an all black council. Sure. You know what I mean? And I'm a black business owner, so it's like, where's the black? You know, Black Lives Matter. Where's the love right there? And if all lives matter, speaking just to those that speak about all lives matter, then why is there a fuss when we say Black Lives Matter? You know what I mean? Yeah. Why is our children still being labeled as thugs? Because even in that, I say the part where I say honor roll student, but on the news you're a crook.
You're a crook, yeah.
You know, they always twist it. You know,
storyline.
Yeah, the narrative of who we are and everything like that. So so it's a mixture of what I was personally going through in life, and also what is actually happening, going on, and and the bars just kept coming, man. I guess I caught the Holy Spirit, I guess, because the bars just kept coming, and I was able to complete it, and I really wanted to end off with a strong message, meaning that because the song is titled "Hear Us Out."
Hear Us Out, yeah,
and I want people to get the message, like, we need to not just complain or not just, just take anything that they give us, but we have to really make a stand and make demands, say what we really want out of this situation. With the votes and everything, we shouldn't just get the votes because, they're dancing and everything, and they're dancing and that's what we do, or eating chicken with hot sauce. Oh, you know what I mean? Doing all this all the showboating, you know what I mean? It's like, what are we getting out of this deal?
Out of this deal, yeah, true.
We need to have
that part is really deep, and it's a really deep conversation to have. So how's the single doing though? Like, how's the response you got from since your release?
Yeah, the response is great, man. In my perspective, is real good because it's a grassroots type video and grassroots type song, meaning that we didn't have no full, big blown production behind us, but it came out like that. It came out like that, and we got the message, we got the point across in what we're saying and everything, and I feel like it's really catching on because the numbers are going up, man. It's the first time I ever put a video out there, and in 1 week, hitting about 300 views in 1 week, and it really is more because the video is actually on multiple platforms and everything like that. Okay. But as far as just my video, just on my one YouTube channel, getting those type of numbers in 1 week, and it might sound low to somebody else out there, I don't know, but to me, I'm like, okay, I got some people tuning in. Yeah,
every number counts.
Right.
So hold on. So is this gonna lead to like an album, or to like where are we going with this? Like,
if that's what the people want,
are we going towards a project, or are we just staying on the project on the single side for now?
I would love to do a project. I have records already, geared to go. Just got to get them. Just got to get in the studio and really make them, crisp and everything like that. But I think this one will catapult to have that option, and actually put something out there. Right now, man, I'm just with everybody else, man. Just listening to the feedback. Seeing how this rises up. First and foremost, I want people to get that message first before, just me as being an artist and everything. However, being connected to you and how fly you made that video and everything like that, it really is, inspiring me and really putting that flame under me to make me want to get in there and actually just pump out some real good music and everything like that.
Thank you. Yeah, it was a good project, and the message was on point, and everything was just went smooth on the day of shooting, so we didn't have no problem, and everybody played their role, and it came out pretty good. Video came out pretty good.
That's how you have something good, when you connect with somebody that can see your vision, see what you're saying, and then we can communicate, and everything just mushes and just perfectly. No hassle, nothing. Everything was just working. I feel like when we get together and then the universe even backs us up, then it's like we got something going on, because there's a lot of things that happened that day that we didn't think that we didn't even know that was going to happen.
True. So, it's pretty good. Yeah, man. I mean, one of the crazy feedback I got was like, "Yo, who's this guy? Like, where he been? Like, like one of my coworker was just like, yo, who's this guy been? Where does he been? Like, he got a nice flow, good message. Like, he should be more out there. Like, So that's what I asked you. Like, are you going towards an album or project, or you just kind of stay with the single project right now and see how people?
I just do music on a regular anyway. Just for, like I said, for therapy and everything. So if people want to hear more, if people want that project, to answer your question, I think I will put that project out there. But I think that I'm in hopes that because of this track that's being put out there, it will get more ears to listening to what I've been producing and everything like that. So it's good to hear that. That's what I need to hear. I need to hear people be like, yo, I need to hear more from that.
That's pretty much what I hear. Like, everybody's like, yo, we want more. Like, is it really that good? Like, we want to hear more songs, we're having more tracks, and we want to see them more. So that's really good feedback.
It's always good to have people that believe in you, man. And for the longest, like I said, I've been doing it for a minute, and I never really got it. I haven't had a response like this before, with my music. So
all right, so what would you say about people that will say like, okay, his rap is good, it's conscious rap, but conscious rap does not exist anymore? Like, because right now we're in the era where it's 2020, and I don't think 18 years old, 20 years old want to get to the club and listen to conscious rap right now. So is there still an industry for conscious rap?
There is, especially now because of the temperature of what's happening, on the planet and everything like that. So there's a possibility for that. There's a time and place for everything, and I don't even want to get thrown into the conscious rap category. I mean, I know I can be because of the topic.
Because the topic was clean. You had a message there. On top of that, you got Zane coming in and just laying the foundation for the whole track.
Right.
So that's why you had a couple people coming up like, oh, that's a good conscious rap. Giving a good message, because you don't see that a lot anymore. Like with this hip hop industry that we are now, so. It's not that the label. It's not a bad thing. I don't think it's a bad thing to be labeled as a conscious rap. I think until now, I have a few conscious rappers that are on my playlist that I play on a daily basis. If you want to go back to De La Soul and
the greats, the legends and everything like that. And I don't even think that it was.
Well, I don't want to. Yeah, it was not really conscious, but it's just.
I call it awareness rap.
Yeah, awareness. There we go. Awareness rap. Yeah, That's why I need to change my playlist.
yeah.
Awareness rap.
Awareness rap. Because at the same time, I put that out there, and I put a lot of content out there at the same time. But I do know, and I'm for other genres, other types of styles. Meaning that there should be balance. I just think that there should be a balance. You know what I mean? There's time for ratchetness, and then there's a time to be aware of what's going on. You know, time and place for everything. You know, and I want to make music that people could dance to. I want to make music people feel good to. However, at the same time, I still want my music to resonate in the sense of. This is just not nonsense that is being put out there. You know what I mean? It's just, I want to be, because I think you should be held accountable for what you put out there. You know what I mean? Especially if you become a huge voice, you got to be real careful what you put out there because, you could lead the people in whatever direction that you want. You become a Pied Piper, so which direction you going to lead the people? Yeah, sure. And I don't want I don't beat people over the head on what they should believe, how they feel, anything like that. I just really want to just lay the cards out and be like, look, this is what's going on. So you choose what you want to do. Just understand that there's consequences of. What you want to do. So
gotcha. All right, so let's keep the music part for now. So beside a musician, you are a artist. You have a couple book out. I don't want to say book. Comics book. There we go. You got a comic book out there. So how's the Corona era or coronavirus affects your artistic side?
The Rona didn't really affect.
Yeah, the Rona, because we gotta say Rona because YouTube is gonna cut it off. The Rona.
Right. The Rona, it didn't really affect me because I was already somebody that I really don't go out that much. You know what I mean? I'm a homebody.
As far as your creativity?
As far as creativity, I was, like I said, me dealing with my other issues that I was dealing with, with the city and everything. Yeah. That kind of, stifled my creativity. Just being in business for the first time on the capacity that I'm in, and actually having the art center and everything like that, and having to deal with business, having to deal with mindsets and everything like that. So my mind had to shift from me personally sitting down and going with my creative thoughts and all that. Yeah. But now I got to get into a business mind space and figure out how to manage that in order to make sure that everything is still selling right. So my creativity hasn't been there, in my point of view, hasn't been there. I haven't been on my hot zone and knocking out creativity. But I guess it's there as far as the music, because you see that's where I guess that's where the transition comes. What I mean? Because when I'm more at peace, I could do my drawings and everything like that. When I'm more with the challenges and stress out, that's when the music kicks in and everything. So I guess that's where the creativity would be right now, and that just adds on to helping push out that musical artwork, because now you'll feel the pain and the struggle from what I'm saying and everything to really make the content resonate. But Rona, I think it's just a timing thing, man. You know what I mean? There's some good things that came out of it, and some,
there's some bad timing.
Yeah, I think it just slowed things down even more than where it was at. But I don't think the Rona was worse than what I was dealing with the other stuff. So.
Gotcha. Yeah. All right, so we're gonna take a short break, and we'll be right back.
trying to count us out, y'all. Tell me what's that all about, y'all. All they wanna do is see our downfall. They don't wanna see us when we stand tall. Cause when you look up, all you see is God. And when you look down, all you see is ops. Karen on the phone, calling up the cops. Lying, acting like she the neighborhood watch. And that's all it takes to get your black ass shot. On a road student, but on the news.
Get your ass on, get your ass out. Man, that fucked up. What you doing to that man? What you doing to that man? Man,
What do you need to do? Shit. You need to do that. Get the fuck back. What?
You don't like you all
That's not even right. You know that shit
If he
is
turn
wrong.
around punching your
That's not even
motherfucking
right, yo.
what you
That
do?
shit fucked up.
This man didn't do nothing. That man
That's all
ain't
it
do
takes to
shit.
get your black ass shot. On a road student, but on the news, you a crook.
All right, so we back with Steve Paul. So how did you end up getting where did you get the name King Paul?
Yeah, so first and foremost, all original people on the planet, black people, you know, we're kings, you know, in our own rights and everything like that, you know. So, and the original kings of the planet, and you know, so I'm a king with it. But also, my first name is Stephen.
Yeah.
So if you look it up, if you look it up, the definition behind the name or the origins of the name means crown. So, you know, and my middle name is Paul, so King Paul. You know what I mean? There's the crown on Paul's head. So, yeah, King Paul.
King Paul, yeah, that's pretty cool. All right, Steve, so we getting to the end of the show, so what can we expect from you now? I know you got your music going on, you got the comic book on the side, and then you got the art center. So what can we expect from you?
Yeah, man. Right now, you're gonna expect a new era of Steve Paul, King Paul. You're gonna see. We're going because 2020 is a transitional.
Yeah.
You know, that's what's happening right now. We're transitioning into a whole new era. You know, so this music thing could be the next thing for me. I always wanted to be in that field and everything, so this could be my trajectory into that field and everything like that. As far as the artwork and everything, it'll always be there. I'll always work on that because I can't have one without the other. Mm-hmm. But it's already there, so it already exists. So if anybody wanted to go and check that out, you know what I mean, they could check out the comic books. They could stop by the art center in Lithonia. And
besides the comics, you also do painting, right?
Yeah, I get into the painting every once in a while. I have to really, you know, be really freed up and be just really in a chilled space to get down and do some painting because that's not my strongest genre in the art.
Yeah.
My strongest genre is just doing the comic book style artwork and everything like that. But I want to do more paintings and everything so people could have more urban artwork on their walls and everything like that. So, yeah, so the paintings will be there. I do have a couple paintings that's already done on the walls and everything. If anybody want to come and, you know, cop some of those paintings, man, come on and cop them because I don't be trying to, you know, keep them. I like people to have them.
So, hold on. Let me ask you a question on the painting. Are you like one of those super big Picasso painter, like it take them like 3 years to finish one work, one job?
Man, I don't think it's gonna take me 3 years.
But it's gonna take some time.
But it depends on how I feel.
Okay.
You know, if I'm in a zone, I could pump something out within hours. But if I'm not in the zone, or I can even start in the zone, but then something takes me off the course, and then I'll have a painting just sitting there for a long time, and then I'll probably eventually come back to it later to, flush it out and complete it or change it up, whatever. That's the dope thing about art. It's there's no time or space to it. It's not like a job. You just go and clock in and do the art and then clock out and you're done and everything.
It's pretty much timeless, really.
Right. It's really up to your spirit and your soul and everything like that. You could put yourself on a deadline and everything like that, but that depends on how strong you want to come out with the artwork. The more time you invest in it, the more you could develop it and bring it out. However, and then at the end of the day, it's to the eye of the beholder, because you never know who's going to like what. I could draw something, paint something, and be like, "Oh, this is trash," and then somebody else come in and be like, "Man, that's hot. I want that. Here's a stack for you for this." I'm like, "That's what you want? Oh, sure, okay."
So, how do you feel about this new age of technology, where it's much easier now to paint or do art through technology?
Yeah.
How do you feel about this this construct or this conversion on both sides? Like, what do you feel about that?
It's great in the fact that, because I went from paper and pencil to digital drawing for my comic books and everything, and it has its advantages. It's very convenient, meaning that because I used to do a lot of traveling and having all this paper, having all these art utensils and everything, and then having to go buy, just because I ran out of this, so I just got to get this. But it's a lot when you're dealing with the traditional way. So the digital, you have all your tools there, everything there. So it makes life easier.
Yeah,
you can whip things out. It helps a lot. So I'm not going to knock that, because you could do incredible art, with the digital thing. You do credible art with any type of thing.
That's part of the technology and the new era that we're going to. So it's like a future.
Right.
That's the
but I don't want to go too far off with. I don't want to leave traditional behind, because traditional is still good, because it still connects you to real life. It still connects you to the earth and everything, because everything operates off of vibrations. I was having this discussion with somebody the other day about vibrations in the universe and how they, affect you and everything like that. So while I'm drawing digitally on the glass and everything, you really don't feel like you don't feel that vibration that you get from a pencil.
True.
You know what I mean? That harmonizes with your vibration of your body and everything, and connects you with your art. So there's some takeaways with that. It's just like, and that's where I do the comparison with the music and everything like that. With hip hop, we used to have the, because we went to digital from, analog.
Analog, digital, yeah.
Right, and analog
stereo, and then.
yeah. So back in the days, you could really feel it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It would touch your spirit and your soul and everything like that. But when we went to digital, the art form is still there, and you could still produce some dope music, but it took away some of that natural elements that you connect with the universe and everything. So I think everything's a 360, yin and yang. You gotta balance everything out and just work with everything. So yeah.
All right, that's cool. All right, so you could tell people where they can find you, where they can find your art, your comic book, and also the Lithonia Art Center.
Yeah, so you can find me mostly right now on the Lithonia Art Center Instagram page. I'm more active on there. And you'll also be able to find a video on there called Hear Us Out with myself, King Paul, featuring Zane Smith, produced by D, filmed by D from Atlanta Unplugged. You can check that out. You can also check it out on YouTube, Lithonia Art Center. That's art with no S, so it's Lithonia Art Center. And Lithonia Art Center is just everywhere. It's on all the platforms as far as Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube. And my personal page where you can check my own personal artwork out. As me being an artist, like my comic books and paintings and everything like that, is Steve Paul Creations. All one word, Steve Paul Creations, and it's also Instagram and Facebook. Now, if you just want my personal life and where I just me, where it's just Steve, you can catch it on the YouTube channel, Product of Life. Instagram is Product of Life. And yeah.
All right. Any last shout out you want to give before we close down?
Shout out to everybody that was involved in the film, man. I appreciate y'all. Y'all came in at the time y'all was supposed to come in. Shout out to yourself, man. Who believed in the song. I shouted over to you. You was like, man, I'm really feeling this. I had the visuals to bring the video to life and everything. So much respect to you, and much respect to Zane Smith for coming through, man.
Zane Smith.
Yeah, y'all got to go check his music out, check his page out.
Yeah.
A good brother, man, and they're so. Who else do I want to shout out to, man? Shout out to myself for sticking in this, man, for sticking in, this far, man. And y'all just stay tuned, man, because there's a lot more to come. We're going to be working on another project very soon. And you're going to be, more y'all tune in, the more deeper y'all going to go down the rabbit hole and really know how all this came out and developed, man. It's like a rose that rose from the concrete. So, yeah.
That's what's up. All right, Steve, thank you very much for coming through, man. I really appreciate you stopping by.
Man, I appreciate you, man.
Big shout out to Nefertiti. She's out of town today, man. So
I keep on missing her, man. We wanted you in the video, wanted you here. Man, we're gonna get you though.
She's out of town. We see you next time, okay? So everybody, thanks for stopping by. Check Steve's Instagram page, Lithonia Art Center on IG. Check our IG page, Atlanta Unplugged, on IG. So until then, stay unplugged. Be blessed. Peace.
Peace.